Shalom, shalom, Yasha Allah. This your boy, Brother Shama Allah, back at you with another quick edifying video. Today's lesson is going to be called, But What About Jacob's Trouble? Right, first and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory. I want to say, Halal, Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Qadash. That's all praises to the Heavenly Father, whose name is Yahawah, and His only begotten Son's name, whose name is Yahawashi, and the Holy Spirit, which is the Qadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, from the elder apostles on down, who have ruled well through the Spirit and have fed and edified the sheep in these last days, and has pushed this gospel and this truth and this 100% doctrine to the four corners of the earth in these last days. A mighty shalom. I came across this article. It says a mugger tried to rob a female MMA fighter in Brazil, and it didn't end well. And I'm going to read it, from another device because it starts to mess up the video. So it says 27-year-old mixed martial arts artist Paulina Viana of Brazil subdued an attempted mugger in a surprising outcome, considering she has a 10-2 record as a fighter. It says while waiting for an Uber in front of her apartment in Rio de Janeiro past Saturday, Viana reported that a man approached her. When I saw him, he sat next to me. He asked me the time. I said it. I saw he wasn't going to leave, so I already moved to put my cell phone in my waist. And then he said, "Give me the phone. Don't try to react because I am armed." Then he put his hand over a gun, but I realized it was too soft. It says Pollyanna instinct proved correct, as the gun was merely a cardboard cutout of one. It says he was really close to me, so I thought if it was a gun, he won't have time to draw it. So I stood up, I threw 2 punches and a kick. He fell, then I caught him in a rear naked choke, and I sat him down in the same place where we were before and said, "Now we'll wait for the police." It says, ever the vigilant fighter, Viana kept the failed criminal armed and mobilized in a Kimura-like position until help arrived. While Viana filed a report with the police, the would-be mugger was brought to an emergency care facility before being sent to prison, where he was actually recently released in an unrelated matter. It says Viana admitted that the area she was in is one she recognizes as dangerous, but the MMA star says she had been waiting close to the building because of this. But after fending off her attacker, the criminal actually wanted to be brought to the safety of the police. He told me, "Let him go." Like I just asked for the time. I said I asked for the time because he saw I was very angry. He said I would not let go and that I was going to call the police. He said, "Call the police then," because he was scared I was going to beat him up more. And I just, like I said, I was just reading this thing, and the first thing that kind of jumped to my mind was, okay, she's an MMA fighter, right? But what about you women in Jacob's trouble, right? How many of y'all are MMA fighters, right? And just think about this, even with Jacob's trouble, you think about that, the police are not going to be there, okay? Police are not going to be there, so then what, right? Let's get into a couple scriptures, and like I said, we're not going to make it long, right? Because this time is going to be like a time of no other. The scriptures talk about it, okay? And what are you going to do, right? A lot of you women, y'all, of course y'all not MMA fighters, right? And you're not going to be able to call on the police, right? Because they're going to be too busy trying to defend their own families, right? To do whatever they had to do, right? Nobody's going to have that time to do all that, right? This is Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 6. It says, "Ask ye now, and see whether a man doeth travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins, as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness." It says, "At last, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble. but he shall be saved out of it, right? And that's talking about the elect. The elect are going to get saved out of this, right? A lot of you Jake and Eves, y'all going to catch hell, man. You so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, you're going to catch even more hell than you're catching now, right? It's going to get a whole lot worse, right? And you women that have that independent spirit, right? You women who think that you don't need, a man, right? It's going to be all hell for you. Understand that, right? The scriptures tell you, let's go to that. Daniel 12 and verse 1, it says, and at that time shall Michael stand up, right? Michael the archangel. It says, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble such as never was since there was a nation, even to the same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book. Okay? So those who are worthy, those who are of the elect, right? A lot of y'all, man, y'all gonna be put out there, right? And guess what? Like the Lord, like Proverbs 1, the Lord is gonna mock when your fear cometh, right? Because you sit here, you talk about, you're a strong, independent woman. You don't need a man. You don't need this. You don't need that, right? And the Lord is showing you what's going on, right? Because listen, y'all are not MMA fighters. And even with this lady right here, right? Guess what? What's going to happen is so she can subdue the man and do that, right? But there's no police, right? What's going to happen? There's people that are going to continue to try to attack people, right? It's not going to be, all right, well, I guess, yeah, I've done it. No, man, right? This is going to be a crazy, crazy time, right? What is that? Slovakia. Let's go to this. 2nd Ezra 14 and verse 16. It says, for yet greater evils than those which thou hast seen happen shall be done hereafter. It says, for look how much the world shall be weaker through age, so much the more shall evils increase upon them that dwell therein, right? Because guess what? There's not going to be no authority to stop people, People are going to be ravaging for food, for all types of things, right? And you women who are going to be left out there, you're going to be left as a spoil, man, right? And there's, people are not going to stop until they accomplish what they accomplish, right? And even with that MMA stuff, that's not going to help either, You're going to have a man of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, Let's get this real quick. Isaiah 32, verse number 9. It says, women of Jerusalem warned, right? You so-called black, Hispanic, and Native American women. You are the Israelite women. It says, rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech. It says, many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women. For the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come. Tremble, ye women that are at ease. It says, be troubled, ye careless ones, strip you and make you bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins. All right, because this is going to be a real time of real evil upon this place, man. Right? And who is that top evil, wicked person? Is the Esau, is the Edomites, right? Matter of fact, let's get that one. It says he's gonna be like a madman, right? 2nd Ezra 16 and verse number 71. It says they shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. Okay, this man is gonna be in his full evilness and wickedness, and nothing's gonna stop him. You're not gonna be able to call the police, right? You're not gonna be able to, in that day, you're gonna be wishing you had a man, right? you had someone as a protection, okay? Because you're not going to be able to call the authorities, and you're not going to be able to call Big Daddy Issa, because when he comes, right, it's going to be destruction, chaos, pillaging, ravaging, the whole nine. All right. So this is to take heed. You need to get up under a covering of a man, right? Let's get that right. Like I said, I'm not gonna make this too long, but I just saw the article, and that's kind of what stood out to me. It was like, she's an MMA fighter. We know a lot of you Eves, they're not MMA fighters, right? We see you on YouTube and social media, out here squabbling with each other and pulling each other's hair out and doing all that little craziness, man. But you're not really ready for this real trouble that's about to come upon this place. Okay. Let's go back to Isaiah 32. I believe it's either 2. Con. It says, Isaiah chapter 32 and verse 2, it says, a man shall be as a hiding place from the wind, right? And that wind is the destruction. It says, and a covert from the tempest, all right? As rivers of water in a dry place, as the shadow of a great rock in a weary land, right? And this is talking about the men of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. They're going to be that covering, that protection, from the evil and destruction that are around. When you careless women, you need to get your act together, right? Get yourself in order, under a man of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, because it's about to get very crazy out here. All right. And guess what? Not even your MMA is going to be able to help you. All right. When you got about 4 or 5, men with 7, 8 spirits on them, right? It's not going to be a good look for you. Okay. So just understand that, right? Understand Jacob's trouble is coming and it's on its way. Okay. And it's going to be a lot of people out there, man, who are going to be just, looking, and if the scriptures tell you that it's going to be greater evils than the things that we have even seen at this point. Okay. So understand that, right? Jacob's trouble is definitely coming. All right. So I just wanted to touch that, Lord's will, this is edifying. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory. I want to say, Halal, Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Qadash. Peace and blessings to the elect of the 12 tribes scattered abroad. Almighty Shalom to the 144,000 men, and to the rest of the elect. Stay diligent, stay focused, keep praying, keep watching, right? And seek Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi while he may be found. Okay? Because these evil times are coming upon us. All right? And his hand is stretched out, but it's not going to be stretched out too long, right? Only for his elect. All right? So with that, I want to say Shalom.